Tony D and Little Joan and Guest Dog behind me, and this is a screenwriter's rant on hostages by request. By request. Movie, a comedy about a group of people who get taken in a terrorism situation. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 18, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, they call it a social media nightmare laced with British humor. The premise is a group of people are in some sort of restaurant hotel when there is a terrorist attack, and they hide out in a room, and they're basically hostages to the terrorism. But one of the women is an influencer, so she's been posting stuff online. Yours to own, December 22nd. Slow down. It doesn't look bad. It looks like one of those, as they say, elevator movies where the characters are trapped in a room and they can't get out. It feels like a play. There's a scene you saw with the fingers where a guy gets his fingers clipped off by the door. She's busy giving everybody way too much information online. They think they're safe in the room, but the influencer has been making videos too much. And she's a terrible influencer until this happens. And she's losing followers, but she goes up to 33,000. And then, it becomes a temptation for her, I assume. So, yeah, I would see this. It looks interesting. I like that they're not hiding that it's a comedy. You can pull off a comedy thriller. I don't think you can really pull off a comedy drama because the drama and the comedy kind of oppose each other. Whereas with a thriller, yeah, you can make that work because thrillers are about surprise to some extent, and comedies are about surprise. And they don't necessarily work against each other. They can. They don't really complement each other like, say, comedy horror. But, yeah, it's a funny stuff. So I would see this. I don't recognize any of the actors or actresses, but it looks fine. The IMDb write-up doesn't give you any information, but it is at least a straight-up comedy. Now, it's British comedy, so it's going to tend to be dry and droll. But, yeah, I would give it a shot. First act, they're all in the restaurant or hotel restaurant, I would guess. And the influencer is doing her thing and being bad at it. The rest of the characters are in the mix. A bomb goes off in the kitchen, and they all scramble upstairs, and they end up in somebody's room. I'm not sure why. And here are some police who eventually break in. So they hide out in room 706. So they hide out in the room, and the second act is they first think they're safe, but it turns out she's tweeted way too much. She's gone viral, and now people have figured out where they are because she had to open her big mouth. Now they're worried about the terrorists getting to them. They're trying to find things out, but they don't want to leave the room. They try breaking the window. Everything they try goes awry. Third act, I don't know. It could go a lot of different ways. I think it may end up the woman who's the influencer ends up embarrassing herself. And, gives up the internet, something like that, realizes it's an empty experience, maybe? I don't know. It really doesn't tell you enough, but I would give it a chance. The only thing I would say is I hope the Brits at least thought to cast at least one comedian in this. If you're going to make a comedy movie, I say cast a comedian somewhere. Just throw him somewhere, because a comedian's going to give you that kind of comic timing. Now, a lot of times you have to sit on the stand-up comics. They can take things in a strange direction. They could do stuff that rubs against the plot for the sake of a few cheap laughs. But I think it's good to have at least one comedian on the set for a comedy. So, yeah, I would check this out. I wouldn't buy it, but I would watch it. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, and guest dog Stella back here. It's a rainy day here in South Jersey, so I'm just chilling out. I hope you are getting ready for Thanksgiving, the tastiest day in the year. I will be doing videos tomorrow and probably on Thanksgiving. But don't forget, on Friday, it's Black Friday event over in Westville Brewery in Westville, New Jersey from 3 to 8. Hope to see you there. See you.